We're now joined by the winner of the New England 200 NASCAR Nationwide Series race at New Hampshire Motor Speedway, driver of the number 18 Z-Line Designs Toyota, Kyle Busch, and his crew chief, Jason Ratcliff. Kyle, can you talk about your win today?
It was a really good day for us. Jason and the guys gave me a great car, and it was fun. We knew it was going to be a challenge there. We had some guys that were really fast in the beginning and laid down some quick qualifying laps, and wasn't sure how it was going to play out. But, we got up towards the front there on one of those long runs and really pulled away after about 40, 50 laps, something like that, and had a really good green flag pit stop, got in. The guys did a good job on pit road for me and got out with an even bigger lead. So good job to those guys. And, once we had that last restart there, I was uncertain if Joey was going to be able to get me or not. I knew if I could get a good restart that I'd have the possibility of going into turn one, picking my lane, being by myself. And I was able to do that, but unfortunately Joey lost a few spots in the process with spinning his tires, I guess. But, for us it was a good day. We were able to keep it up front there at the end where track position mattered most and drive away from those guys a little bit. Brad was decent. He was staying with us, but it's pretty hard to pass at this place, so it would have been tough for him to get around.
A couple of notes on Kyle's win. It's his 36th NASCAR Nationwide Series race. He ties Kevin Harvick on the career win list. He also becomes the all-time NASCAR Nationwide Series lap leader with 8,117 laps led. It is also the 50th NASCAR Nationwide Series win for Joe Gibbs Racing. Jason, can you talk about Kyle's run today?
Wow, 50. I didn't know that. We left here yesterday. 33 was in practice. He was a class of field. We knew that if something happened, we could be there and take the opportunity. But we wanted to just get our car close, and we knew that Kyle, if we could get him to the front and keep him up front, that he could do what it takes to win a race. So we had a good day on pit road, and the car just would get better with laps. Those guys seemed to fade. Like Kyle said, after about 40 laps, we really seemed to take off. So I knew at the end, and typical Loudon, at the end, tires are, not that they're not important, but the track position ultimately is what is going to bring home the win. And we had it at the end, and rain held off, and another good day for us.
We'll open up to questions. As a reminder, as a courtesy, please state your name, affiliation, and wait for the mic.
Mark Harrell, Performance Racing Network. Kyle, can you talk about the laps led deal? You break Mark Martin's record. You move to number one. Over 8,000. I don't know about you, but that's a pretty big number to me.
Yeah, it's. I wish there was money for laps led. Obviously that'd be pretty cool. But no, it's. It's a testament to this team, but also I was at Hendrick Motorsports too, and led a lot of laps there and finished second in the standings, and so. But it comes down to just being competitive and being that fierce competitor that wants to go out there, lead every lap, win every race. And sometimes I haven't been able to win those races. I've led the most laps, but I've certainly been able to lead a lot of them. And it's remarkable to beat a guy like Mark Martin, who did so much in this series, and can still come back any day in this series and win races. He did that just 2 years ago. We saw that. So it's fun to race in this series. I love the Nationwide and what they do for the the series here, and it's always great to come back and rally up as many wins as we can.
Any other questions downstairs?
Yes, Kyle. How John Gunn, NASCAR Illustrated. How hard was lap traffic today?
It wasn't terrible. It was a little bit tough, but the biggest thing that it was probably most noticeable was just how much it slowed us down, how much it slowed cars down when they had to pass slower cars. This racetrack just gets so finicky sometimes that, guys, they're running their line, and you've got to find a way around them, either when you go high or when you go low. And when you deviate from what you've been doing all day, it makes it tougher to try to run a fast lap time. So you slow down a little bit, so it gives the guys behind you an opportunity to close the gap. And it's hard to it's hard to pull back away from those guys if they don't get boxed down as much as you do in traffic. So it was fun, though. A couple times, we made it 3 wide, went through the middle, went around the outside of them, kind of had to pick and choose your battles and which way to go around them when they were racing each other.
Mark Arrow again, PRN, ESPN. Kyle, going into this race, 23 races, we've had 23 different winners here. Was that a thought of yours going in? I'd like to be the first guy to repeat, or at some point during the race you think like that'd be cool to be able to put that up there, and again, one of those things that people can't take away from you as far as your record is concerned?
Yeah, earlier this week, a couple of the guys sent me text messages excited about me getting back in the car. I was been away for 3 weeks, and Brad did a nice job keeping us within reach of the Owners' Championship. So, but they were excited about me getting back in it and coming aloud, and I sent a text back to a couple of them, was like, yeah, we're going back there to become the first two-time winners. So I'm proud of the fact that we made it happen, and we had everything go right for us today. It was good, and hopefully tomorrow can be just as good, and maybe next week we can be the first-time winner in the new car in the Nationwide Series.
Do you have any questions upstairs?
None upstairs.
Any follow-up downstairs? One more down here.
Kyle, on that last restart, you got typically a good start, a restart, and behind you it was Logano, I think, who started to your side, but he got a slow start. Did you notice that you had a little gap there? Were you pleased with that?
Yeah, I noticed it. I wasn't pleased with it because I felt like if Logano got a good start, that he could really race those guys behind me and be side by side with them for a few corners, that I could get away further than what I did. Brad got clear of Logano really quick and was on my bumper and going into turn 3. So, I saw that he got a slow start, and I was like, man, I wish I didn't get as good of a start so he could have been a little bit alongside of me. I felt like I was good enough that I could power around the outside of him, but I just wanted to see those guys get to racing. But it all worked out. I don't know where Joey got back to. Third, fourth? Fourth. Yeah. We could have had a 1-2 today. It's unfortunate that he spun his tires there. I'm sure he's upset, but he ran a good race today. He was closing on me a couple times, but we were able to keep it out front.
One more from Mark.
And this for Jason. Jason, with Kyle out of the car for 3 races, you guys still have something you're out trying to win as far as the Owners' Championship. Your thoughts on that after today's win?
Yeah, like Kyle said, Brad Coleman did a nice job for us the last 3 weeks. If a couple of races there, if we don't get caught up in somebody else's mess, he gets 3 top 5s. So he did a great job for us, kept us close in the points, and that's what we need to do. We know that every time Kyle's in the car, we're going to have opportunity to win races. And now after the last 3 weeks, every time Brad's in the car, we expect to finish in the top 5 and hopefully give him a shot to win his first or get his first win in the Nationwide Series. But I think if we hang in there at the end, we can do it. We've had a couple bad races this year. We've had a couple DNFs, and Keselowski hadn't had that yet, and he's going to. Everybody gets at least one. So if we can keep it close, when he does have it, we'll be right there.
Gentlemen, thank you for your time.
Appreciate it. Thanks.